Hey everyone, welcome to our fortnightly stand-up where we openly talk about what we're currently working on and what we've recently released. I'm John, this is Lee, and we're excited to run through it. Lee, we're a week late with this, but we're still progressing towards the release of our two major projects, the Automation Builder and the Reporting Overview. Let's get started. How have you been and what's been happening?
Being very busy, working on multiple projects at the same time, as you always know. Yeah, busy life. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's been busy. Every day, I have been talking to 2 or 3 new customers coming on board, and I've been sharing what we've been sort of working towards. And I can tell you that many customers are excited about the Slack app that we're building, and we've got customers excited about the reporting.
Okay, that's good to hear.
It's been a couple of weeks since we spoke. Has there been anything exciting happening in the team or any new tech that you guys have discovered?
We released something. Okay,
Okay.
that's what we are always excited about. Finally, we released linear two-way sync. And
Excellent.
the actual most exciting part is that the feature adoption is sitting very high. It's 87%, which is probably our record. So 80% of people who have got linear
Mm.
integrations in use have got the new two-way sync options turned on.
Yeah, that's awesome news because I think that, if you've got Userback set up with another tool, in this case Linear, you want your team who's working inside Userback to be up to date with whatever's going on with the development and the progress of the feedback so they can communicate through Userback back to the reporter and they can keep them up to date along the way. That's fantastic. It's such a great update to the Linear integration.
Oh, great. At this stage, the main use case that we are seeing of these two-way sync features are that people are using it to synchronize comments and status. And so you might have a full dev team working in Jira, working in Linear, so they don't live in Userback. But however, whenever they add a comment, they add something to the Jira ticket, the same thing gets updated in the Userback app. So you will just get up to date with what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is a really great way for teams to separate maybe support tickets where a user might ask a question through the support channel, but in this case, it's usually a bug, and they can keep the user up to date with the progress of that in terms of status and any comments that might be customer friendly back to the user, just so they know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about work in progress.
Mhm.
Now, there's a couple of things that the team are working on. I know that they've been working on projects with some business as usual stuff that's been happening, but I've seen a couple of updates from the guys working on the Slack app. Can you give us an update on that?
Sure. In terms of the Slack app, we are finally in the stage of doing final design tweaks, which is the last 5% of the work. Which, as you always know, it's the most time consuming part, right?
Yeah.
The last 5% always takes forever to do. But yeah, the good news is that we've overcome all the technical difficulties. So we get to create the app properly in Slack. It's a super easy and straightforward for people to install, and people can forward a whole thread with all the replies as feedback or bug reports to Userback. People can choose to use AI to re-summarize the whole thread. Yeah, and our AI will also figure out whether it should be logged as a bug, a feature request, or an idea, or a general feedback. So that's all been completed. Now we've just got some final design details to tweak before we can give this to our customers. And at this stage, we are actually trying to do more. So we looked at a few other tools who also offer a similar Slack app, such as Jira. You can install its app and push things to Jira as a ticket. You can use Linear's app and push things to Linear as a ticket. And that's just the start of this experience, right? So we wanted to actually close this loop by adding more. For example, after this ticket is logged, when a new comment is added, when it's resolved, we will actually add a reply to the original Slack thread to
Mhm.
tell the person that, hey, something is updated, a new comment is added, a new comment is replied, a new comment is received. So we at this stage we're just looking to do more.
Yeah,
To
that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I think even what we've built already, by the sounds of things, it's already going to solve such a big problem that organizations have in sort of disconnected workplaces.
I agree, 100%. And the original Slack message will also be referenced in the Userback. So when you look at the Userback ticket, you get to click to view the original Slack thread.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
it's always the little things.
Yeah, all these little small details always matter.
So moving on to what I also said customers are really excited about, and that's the reporting side of things.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if you know, but I actually had a call with one of the developers working on that this week, and he was asking some questions about some ideas that he had. So I got a sneak peek of where it's at this week, but I'd love it if, yeah, you can share your screen and
Okay, yeah,
talk us
I'll
through
try
it.
to share my screen. I don't have any real data, so they might not look as fancy as what you saw the other day, but I'll try to explain. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen, John?
I can.
Yeah, so this is the new report page. So at this stage, it's not even in beta release. So this is the framework that we've built, which will use all the new data that we start to collect behind the scenes. And as you can see, there are a lot of new graphs, such as a feedback breakdown by pages.
Mm.
That way, it gives you an idea of where you are collecting your bug reports, where you are collecting your ideas. So people might not be happy with a page because there are many bugs. People might be submitting a lot of ideas of another page. So there's a breakdown here. We've also got a bar chart of the feedback sentiment and feedback breakdown by source. The new Slack app will also be added here. That way, you get a clear visual to tell where you're collecting your feedback from, whether they are from the extension, from the app, from your web portal, from the widget, from your email forwarding, from Intercom Messenger, from Slack app, from whatever else. And feedback breakdown by type. Let me actually scroll back to the top of this page. My personal favorite part of this new page is the top 4 graphs. Okay, so they not only show you a number, such as how many feedback you've collected, but also every graph comes with a comparison, which compares the current month with the last month. For example, in here, apparently this is the dev data. It tells you that you've received less feedback this month, and your sentiment from your customers are way higher, 20%, 28% higher. So there's a comparison. It just tells you, are you doing a good job or not? That's my personal favorite.
Yeah. And can that be customized in any way? Or
Yes,
can you
they can be customized.
Yeah, yeah.
When you scroll down and you wanted to add a new chart, you can click and add a new chart,
Ah,
and
okay.
we will have a new UI for this. This for now is temporary. And a good news is that we are looking to beta release this into our own account in production. So this won't go into any customer's account, but it will go into our own account. That way, we get to beta test it. We get to see whether those numbers are actually working for us or not. That's what will happen next week.
The one I like the most there is the resolution time this month.
Mhm.
So understanding how long it's taking us to solve issues or fix issues.
And as far as I know, another one that's coming is first response time, which is
Yeah.
similar to resolution time, but it's different, serves a different purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I have. So this will, be in our account, our Userback admin account next week.
Very cool. Yeah, I think like this is much needed information in the app, being able to query the data that's already there to get some insight from it. And I'm excited for the future of this project as well. I know we're going to be releasing with some stuff, which you've shown, but it will be expanding and growing over the next 6 to 12 months. And I'm excited for that. We've been speaking about reports, and we've also been talking about the automation builder and its progress. How are things coming along with that?
Okay, good news. We are also looking to beta release the automation builder into our own account next week.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so all the must-do features are completed at this stage. So it'll be a brand new experience for people, even like us, who have been using Userback for years. It'll be a new experience for us to set up new automation, workflow, and integrations.
Mm.
So my plan at this stage is actually not to tell you or other people how exactly every single feature works. I want you guys to work it out. So I will see that as a UAT.
Okay, that'll be interesting because I do demos almost every day with people looking to use our product, and yeah, I'll try to get some feedback from people that I speak to when I'm doing demos as well.
Awesome. Yes, I will also have session recording turned on in our admin account, so I get to actually see how you guys interact with the new UIs. You don't actually have to tell me.
Okay.
I'll be spying.
You're buying. Oh, that's good. I know the automation builder. You know, you've been passionate about this feature or building this part of the product for
Mhm.
so long now. It's been many years. It's good that it's coming together.
Yes, exactly. Now, finally, I get to proudly say that you can create, config, change all of your automations on one page in one single spot.
Yeah, yeah. I think, and we spoke about this in the last catch up. But when we do introduce the conditions into the automation builder, I think that's when the power of it will really start to shine. Being able to do things based on conditions of your user data or the type of feedback categories, setting priority, assigning to team members, setting due dates, all of that is going to be really powerful.
I
Uh,
agree.
you
Right.
just set your feedback up on autopilot.
Yeah. Good name.
That's great. Look, I guess that's because they're such big projects.
Yes.
That's what we've been working on. Hopefully, in our next catch up, we have more of an update on those, and we can talk about how we've been going through and testing the automation builder and the reporting, and maybe have a bit of data in there that we can show what it looks like before we maybe roll out to beta testing with some
Yes, it's
users.
very likely that we will want to beta release the automation builder to a selected group of people. So anyone who wants to get, first-hand experience on that, raise your hand.
Excellent. So I know that you guys were looking at some AI stuff over the last couple of weeks. How did you get on with that?
Had some challenges on that. So I wish I could show you something on my screen, but I just didn't have the working version on my screen. So a dev tried to build an AI insight report from the new reporter page. The idea is not to just give you some numbers, but also to give you insights. All right. So what's going on with your app? What's going on behind the scenes? Is your customer happy with you, or is your customer not happy? Are we able to identify anyone who's likely to churn from your app or not? So had a bit of success, but we just not happy with the result at this stage.
Yeah, that's what that's actually what I was talking to that developer about. He was showing me the AI thing, and I was in two minds with it because one, on the surface, you look at it and think, wow, that's really cool. Then at the same time, you really need it to be useful for it to be there.
Hmm.
So I provided some feedback and I suggested things like I have my product strategy or my product roadmap of the things we're building, and I want it to find all of the similar or like feedback that I've collected as ideas so that it can help me, I guess, better maybe prioritize some of the ideas that have been already submitted from my users that I might have missed. And yeah, we had a bit of a discussion about that.
Yeah,
Um,
I've had similar feedback. I like the word I just heard from you on reference. I actually said to the guy, can we actually reference to the existing feedback that have been collected in the project already? When the AI identifies that,
mm,
hey, a new idea should be implemented, can we reference them? We haven't had a success on that yet because at this stage, we haven't spent too much time on that. It's a proof of concept. Yeah, we will just keep looking to it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good it's a good start, and I think that we just need to keep talking about it. We just need to keep sharing ideas and working through it, and then at some point it'll be at a point where we can beta release something
Yeah,
and
100%.
collect feedback on it and improve it.
Yes.
I think the next step there is maybe we can reach out to our customers if they have any ideas of how they would actually use it and how they would get genuine value from it, and we can try to solve those problems for them.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Well, yeah, I think that's everything we had to talk about
Yeah.
for today's catch up.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to the next one,
Yeah, same.
and looking forward to playing around with the reporting and the automation builder next week?
Yeah, it'll go live next week. When you come back from a holiday, you will see it in your account. You get to start using it. I will use Session Replay to watch how you interact with the new UI.
Excellent. I will be setting up some automations as soon as I'm back.
That'd be great.
All right. Thanks for your time, Lee. Appreciate it every time.
Yeah, same. See you later. Bye.
Bye.